Well, good afternoon, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. I'm going to say I think the Cowboys dodged a major bullet. You know, and we'll see how well it all works out with Brian Schottenheimer, but apparently hiring Bill Belichick was not the answer, because there's all kinds of craziness that's going on with this whole situation here. We've got a breaking story here that Bill Belichick and his girlfriend situation, which has been crazy to say the least, that Jordan has now been banned from the University of North Carolina practice facilities. And, that there's real concern that she is destroying his life. Let's go to Pablo Torre on this.
A couple of breaking news updates since what has happened publicly since we last gathered. Number one, okay? Two sources at the University of North Carolina tell me that there has been a decision, it was made last week, by the higher-ups inside the athletic department that had hired Bill Belichick to be the highest-paid public employee, not just coach, in the state of North Carolina at $10 million a year. And that decision was that Jordan Hudson is no longer allowed in the football building.
Okay.
She is not allowed on the football field. Quote, don't think you'll be hearing much from Jordan moving forward.
Wow.
Dang, not in the
flippant.
building?
A little flippant. I feel like that is what is done with a distraction, and a team is within its rights to do that when it comes to external distractions.
Now, do we think, maybe we know, I don't know if we know, do we think this is like the athletic director at UNC being like, this is a problem? Or do you think it's Bill going to the athletic director and being like, I would really love it if you said this was a problem?
Of like, they said you can't come.
Yeah,
I would love to have you there.
Oh my God,
you're my cheerleader.
Who's got tarier heels than you?
You're my cheerleader.
You gotta be there, babe.
God.
But freaking
but they
Donnie's
are saying,
on my back.
Bubba Cunningham.
New
Is that his
job.
name? Bubba Cunningham?
Bubba, you know
Bubba,
the way
you know how
Bubba's.
Bubba can be.
Listen, he's tough.
I think
He
Bubba's
rides
jealous. I wouldn't say it to him, but I think Bubba's jealous.
Yeah.
That's my Bill Belichick impression.
That's really good.
That's ours.
Yeah, the most animated he's ever been.
So the theory of why any of this happening is a relevant conversation that I'm gonna ask you to put a pin in that.
Okay.
Because the second update is that Bill Belichick's family is extraordinarily concerned about what has transpired. One Belichick family source told me, quote, there is deep worry for how detrimental Jordan can be for not just North Carolina, but Bill's legacy, reputation, everything he has built and worked for over decades.
Yeah.
End quote. In fact, the family has been digging into Jordan Hudson as well.
Yeah. So this is really interesting here. Now, we all can make choices, our own choices, and it's Bill Belichick's, life. He should be able to do what he wants and so on. However, when you're getting paid as the highest paid official in the state of North Carolina, and some things look kind of unsavory, there may be questions about it. The drama surrounding Bill Belichick's 24-year-old girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, is getting worse and weirder amid the fallout from disastrous CBS interview last month. There's a deep concern for how detrimental Jordan can be, not just from North Carolina, but his legacy, his reputation. Everything he has built and worked for decades, one family source told Torre, who previously broke the news that Hudson uses her powers to force her way into Belichick's Super Bowl commercial in Dunkin' Donuts in February. Now, I did see that a couple days ago when I was at the Red Brick House, that she was in there, and she's wearing different color clothing than everybody else to make sure she stands out. The family's been digging into Jordan Hudson as well in a parallel way, and there's also in a rabbit hole. Katie Nolan and Michael Cruz also appeared in the episode to reveal the investigative findings. It's a timeline of exclusive information, and I've been sitting on it for a long time, he said. He sheds light on the 5-year, $50 million deal the school next head coach had last summer. So we're seeing the University of North Carolina now looking back and saying, what the hell did we get ourselves into? We were looking for Bill Belichick to be a legendary coach. We're not looking for Jordan to be here to be on the sidelines and doing all this stuff. While Jordan Hudson is not an employee of the University of North Carolina Athletics, she is welcome to the Carolina facilities, the statement said. Jordan will continue to manage all activities. Wait, whoa. Oh, whoa. Let me back this up. North Carolina denies that was the case in a statement on Friday and noted that she is not associated with the university. While Jordan Hudson is not an employee at the University of North Carolina, she is welcome to the Carolina football facilities, the statement said. Jordan will continue to manage all activities related to Bill Belichick's personal brands outside of his responsibilities for Carolina's football team and university. So, yeah. So they're of course going to say, oh, we're not saying that, but we're saying that. Yeah, the whole thing has been a PR nightmare for Bill Belichick, who remained silent since releasing a statement defending Hudson on her viral interruptions during the CBS Sunday morning interview on April 27th, saying she's doing a great job. Wow. Belichick also said in a statement that he and Hudson are in a personal and professional relationship. Yeah. So this is getting to be really interesting that, it's getting really interesting to say the least. And I got to say, I don't want to sound sexist here or anything like that because I'm not trying to, but you guys have to understand not to put yourselves in bad situations because of your significant other, and understand that you are a brand that people want to latch on. I'm not saying that Jordan Hudson is a gold digger or that she's, looking out for her or anything like that. She may truly love him, and that may be a great relationship. However, sometimes, people step across the line, and we're seeing more and more coaches and players, commentators out there that unfortunately their Johnson is beginning to ruin their lives and their livelihood. And so you got to understand, it may look good, but not everything that glitters is gold. And everything that you do these days, because of social media, because everybody is thirsty for stories, is going to be magnified on what you do. So be careful out there. Be careful. And keep your private life private. Peace out.